Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I'm going to be doing the spoiler book tag, or the spoiler tag it may be called. So I was tagged for this by E.D. Lewis at I was tagged for this by E.D. Lewis at E.D. Lewis Reviews. So I will leave a link to his channel down in the description below. So now I've already done this. I actually did this video a couple of hours ago, and I haven't had time to upload it or anything or to do the editing, but I got to thinking about some of my answers, and I thought, you know what, I don't really like the answers that I gave, so I decided I just wanted to go ahead and do it over. So there are a total of 8 questions, well 9 when you count the shout out and you name your people you want to tag and stuff. My cat is in here somewhere, and I hope he is staying out of trouble, but I seriously doubt that he is. He's around here somewhere, so I may have to pause this to put him out. Anyway, actually, you know what? I'm going to pause this real quick and check his whereabouts. All right, I am back. He's actually up here in the chair with me. He's kind of squirmy today. Anyway, this is Ash. You guys say hi to him. He's in a rambunctious mood, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause this one more time because he's just going to keep getting into trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this one more time, and then, yeah, he's squirmy. I'm going to put him out, and then I'll be right back. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, I am back. I have put the cat out, and if he's not ready for me to put him out, he's going to let me know in a few minutes. You'll probably hear him meowing at the door. But he likes to hang out in here. He likes to come in, and he's so funny because it's funny because he's almost like a phantom or something, because I won't even realize he's at my feet, and I'll open the man cave door, which is what the red door is. This is what I call it, the man cave, or my wife named it. And I'll flip the light on, and he'll already be in the middle of the room. It's like he teleported in here or something. Anyway, I got 9 questions. All right. So number 1, what do you consider to be a spoiler? I consider a spoiler to be anything that gives away some sort of important plot point to the story, whether you give away the ending, whether you give away a confrontation between 2 characters that, unless you read it, and it gets spoiled for you like that, you're like, wait a minute, I wanted to read about this. I don't want somebody telling me about it. Also, the death of a character. Anytime any character is killed and somebody goes, oh, did you read this book? Did you see the part where so-and-so dies? No, I haven't read the book yet, but thank you very much for spoiling it for me, okay? There is an app that I use on my phone, and it's called Duolingo, and it teaches you foreign languages. You can take all kinds of tests and stuff, piece sentences together and things like that. Well, I'm trying to learn Italian, okay? I like the way Italian sounds. I like the way Irish sounds too, but I tried Irish and oh wow, it blew my mind, all right? Anyway, after you finish a lesson, there's always a thing where it says, well, you can get another heart. You need hearts to do the lesson, and you can get another heart by watching an ad. Well, one of the ads, and this is just one of the ones in between the lessons, is one for Stephen King's Later, and somebody is reading from the audiobook. And in the ad, they say, I'm sorry, so-and-so, but so-and-so has died. And I'm thinking, why would you put that in an ad of a brand new book that a lot of people have not read? You just spoiled part of the book. So, yeah, that's things that I consider a spoiler to be, all right? That's just some of the things, all right? Number 2, does the genre you're reading impact what you consider to be a spoiler? I don't know how to answer that. I read horror. Mainly I read horror, all right? And I think it just matters how the synopsis reads, because sometimes people just don't think whenever they write these synopses, because they don't realize they're giving away plot points, and it's kind of hard Sometimes it's hard to do, but does the genre that I read, does it impact it? I don't think so, but I'm not really sure. I don't know how to answer that question. All right. Number 3, all the best bits are in the trailer. Sometimes the synopsis can be too detailed. Do you research books prior to reading them, or do you go in blind? Every now and then I do research a book. It's like if I see the title and I think, well, the title makes it sound interesting, but what's it about? And, a lot of times I'll go in and say, okay, I'm trying to think of a good example. Well, a good example is The Stand by Stephen King. When you see The Stand, you're like, that's an intriguing title. But what stand are they talking about? Are they talking about a nightstand? Are they talking about a one-night stand? What stand do they mean for this particular story? So then when you go to read it, you're reading, you're like, okay, wow, superflu, good versus evil and all that. You go, all right, I'm intrigued now. Then there's other books that you look at the cover, I'm like, me, yeah, I'm a sucker for a werewolf story. If I see a snarling werewolf on the cover, more than likely the book's going home with me. Or I'm going to order it off of Amazon or order it on my Kindle or whatever. So yeah, it's just a little mix. Sometimes I go in blind. Other times I got to read a little bit about what it's about. All right. What's that? What was that? Number 3? Yes. Number 4. Sometimes the introduction or translator's notes can spoil the ending, especially for classics. Has this ever happened to you? You know what? No, it hasn't. And the main reason is because I don't normally, when it's a classic like Frankenstein or Dracula, or maybe it's a book like Let the Right One In, which is translated, I actually don't read the introductions and I don't read the translator's notes because I want to experience the story for myself. I don't want to, if I wanted to read about a Swedish vampire, I want to read about a Swedish vampire. I don't want to read somebody telling me about a Swedish vampire. The same thing goes for like Frankenstein or Dracula, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Legends of Sleepy Hollow, anything like that where there's an introduction. I don't want to I don't want to hear the introduction. I don't want to read the introduction. I want to read the book. What I usually do in stuff like that is I read the story and then I go back and read the introduction, which I guess then after that it would be an afterword. I don't know. But anyway, that doesn't affect me. Let's see. Number 5, name a time somebody spoiled a novel for you. Oh, I'm trying to think about that. I don't think anybody has ever actually spoiled a novel for me. Now, I do remember one time, I don't know if you guys remember the movie from back in the 70s. It was called Grizzly. And, of course, it's about a killer grizzly. In fact, it was actually retitled as Killer Grizzly at one point. I saw the movie. And then I was in the store, and this is back when they used to sell horror novels in places like Rite Aid and wherever, just in convenience, or they'd sell them in drugstores and stuff. And they had a novelization of the story of Grizzly. So I bought it, and I'm in school one day and I'm reading it, and this kid comes in and says, "Oh, you're reading Grizzly." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, did you see the movie?" I said, "Yeah, I saw the movie." He said, "What'd you think about when he, has he killed the kid in the book?" I'm like, well, if it's in the movie, it's in the book. It's a movie tie-in, so not yet, but I'm getting there, okay? I don't consider that to be a spoiler because I already saw the movie and the novelization and all. But as far as somebody spoiling a novel for me, like, did somebody spoil, I don't know. I can't think of a book right now. But did somebody spoil this or that? No, I don't think I've ever had that happen. Usually I get it spoiled just by, I'll see something online or something and go, okay, wait a minute, I might read that book. Go, and then I put it out of my head. That was my answer for number 5. And Good God, I went around the world with that one, I think. Number 6, have you ever spoiled a novel for somebody else? And I am proud to say I don't think so. Yeah, no, I hate spoilers. See, I hate giving things away. So I try my best not to spoil. And if I do, if you mean, and I'm going to say, excuse me, wow, sorry about that. I'm assuming you mean unintentionally. You know, because if I'm reviewing a book and I need to tell something about it, usually I'll say, hey, look, spoiler here, you know, and then it gives people a chance if they want to pause, they can come back after I'm, you know, whatever, or they can fast forward or whatever. So yeah, no, but as far as intentionally spoiling a book for somebody, no, I will not do that because I hated having it done to me. All right. Even though it actually, I just said that nobody ever has. Anyway, excuse me one moment. It's Diet Dr. Pepper, but oh man, it's watered down. The ice is getting to it. Anyway, number 7. If spoilers ruin novels, are there some authors or genres you can't read? If spoilers ruin novels, are there some authors or genres? I can't think of anything. You know, offhand. I mean, there's some authors I can't read because just simply I don't want to read them. I don't want to read Twilight or the Twilight Saga, so I'm probably not ever going to read Stephanie Meyer. One thing I do admire is like Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss, man, he puts his spoilers in the title. I mean, I'm going to flash it up here in a minute here. The Cat in the Hat comes back. Spoiler alert. It's right there. It's in the title. It's awesome. But as far as like any certain genre or author, I don't know. I don't, you know, I guess maybe romance, but I'm not going to read romance in the first place, you know, because it just, you know, and I'm not putting anybody down that reads romance, okay? Don't get me wrong, but to me, I just get a feeling I could take 3 romance novels and make 1 romance novel out of them, that they would kind of all be the same. You know, and I don't know, then maybe that sounds sexist. I don't mean to sound sexist. That's not what I'm trying to do. But it just seems like a lot of them are all the same with interchangeable plots. You know, if you read romance, please, like I said, that's great. That's your style. Because I guarantee you there are people out there that can totally diss what I read, which is horror. You know, so yeah, anyway. But no, as far as the authors or genres, I can't think of anybody where it would spoil, or that I can't read them because it would spoil things. Let me see. Number 8. When reviewing, are you spoiler free? Does this affect your ability to discuss? I try my absolute best to be spoiler free. Like I said before, if for some reason I do have to spoil something in a book, I will say, hey, this is a spoiler. I'll say this is spoiler alert or whatever. That way, if need be, you can just fast forward a little bit until I've shut up about what it is I'm spoiling, and it won't spoil it for you. But when I do not spoil things, yes, it does kind of affect what I'm going to say. And I lost my screen there. There we go. Yeah, so I try not to spoil, but yes, sometimes it does affect what I'm going to say or how I'm going to discuss the book. So there you go. All right, so number 9 is shout out. Tell us about 5 channels you enjoy and then tag them. So first up, I'm going to tag, and this is, if you have already done this, then don't worry about it. If you have not, I'm going to name these people. It's an either or thing. Mindy's Book Journey. I picked Mindy's Book Journey because I love watching Mindy. Mindy is always so calm and so soothing when she talks about her books. But when she finds a book that she loves, I love the look that she gets in her eye. She gets a twinkle, a sparkle, a flame, whatever you want to call it. But it is absolutely awesome. You just know this woman loves this freaking book she's reading. All right. Mindy, if you haven't been tagged, I'm tagging you. Next up, I got Josh from Working Man Reads. Josh is kind of my Instagram buddy. We talk on Instagram a lot, and we're both Bigfoot enthusiasts. And he loves Bigfoot stuff. I love Bigfoot stuff. I've suggested movies to him and things. And he actually sent me a clip a couple of days ago of his little girl. I think she's 2 or 3. And he told her, he said, hey, do your Bigfoot impression. And she does this roar. She nailed it. You know what? She scared me. I mean, literally, she scared me. I thought, I think I need therapy for this. You know, so Josh, man, your kid, she just nailed that. You're tagged, buddy. All right, next up, we got the Bookubus. The Bookubus used to be Hey Little Thrifter. I feel the same way about the Bookubus that I feel about Mindy's book journey. They both are so enthusiastic when they talk about books that they love. Especially when Alex from the Bookubus, formerly Hey Little Thrifter, she talks about Bernard Taylor, when she talks about Kathy Koja. You see the enthusiasm in her eyes. It's awesome. All right. So there you go. Next up, I'm going to tag Brad Proctor. Brad, I don't know. You know, Brad is one of those guys he's one of those guys I think that no matter what he does, he's successful. You know, I mean, if Brad says, I'm going to go into the kitchen and make the world's greatest hero sandwich, he will go into the kitchen. He's going to make the world's greatest hero sandwich. All right. So yeah, Brad and I are buddies. Brad and I we're BookTube buddies. I think Brad's a friend. All right. We're actually buddy reading the 13th Coyote right now, and I'm loving it. I think he's a little bit behind. So Brad, if you're watching this, catch up. Anyway, and you're tagged, buddy. You are absolutely tagged. Last but not least, I'm going to tag Marie McWilliams. I think Marie is awesome. I love her channel. I love to listen to her talk. I actually picked her as my BookTube crush when we did that one, the Horror Hearts BookTube tag, I believe it was. Yeah, she's my BookTube crush. I do. I think Marie is fantastic. I hope she's not mad at me for picking her as my BookTube crush. I mean, it's very platonic. I mean nothing by it. I just think she's a wonderful lady. Anyway, Marie, if you are watching this, please consider yourself to be tagged if you haven't done this tag already. So that is it. This is the spoiler tag. Thank you guys for watching. It is the weekend, still Saturday. I'm going to post this on Monday. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and whatever you do, please be safe out there, okay? Be safe and have a great night. Bye-bye.